Are you a person that asking for solutions in your network and then when you get the solution, that's not it for you? Well, I hope this episode can clarify what are some of the mechanisms that is perhaps going on right now in your life. So the thing I want to speak to is, why is it so hard when we have some sort of issue? And that can be anything. I'll drop examples. You can have issues in your fitness or your overall health. You can also have issues in your horse training, okay? So let's just frame everything around a life. It can also be something with your children or also just yourself. Maybe you don't feel seen or validated or good enough, right? Every time you see yourself right now in your life, in this moment, as a person who can think, it's too hard, I want to quit, I want to give up, this is too hard, perhaps you start to pity yourself. A thing when you pity yourself is never, ever a very good place to start to learn things from. If you ask for solutions, and of course know that when you ask for something, you will also get it, right? Your words are magic. Words are the thing that will speak feelings into reality, right? So every time you say words like your old stories, your belief systems, and you are willing to fight for it, because right now the control that you have to want to keep them is so big, because what happens if you let that go? I've heard things from my clients saying, oh, I'm afraid that I'm gonna break. Okay, what would a break look like? Tell me that, be curious about that. What would a break look like? If you let go of an old belief that you are not able to train your horse, or your horse has such a hard story, so therefore you are not able to train it, you would rather give up on that because you're afraid that you're not good enough. It can also be old belief systems you have around yourself, so you pity yourself and you say, if I stop being a people pleaser, I'm afraid that people will reject me. Okay? If you let go of the work life you have and you're not able to get the salary you have at this moment, if you let that go because you're overwhelmed, you're sad, you're isolated, you feel alone in the world, even though there are people around you that love you. But if you let that go, you're afraid that you're going to break down and cry forever. Well, nobody cries forever. That's one thing, right? What is good about exercising this? Because you can see for each point that I'm bringing out, there will be, is it fear of rejection? Is it the fear of not being seen? Is it the fear of not being good enough? Is it the fear of, oh, I might break down and cry forever? What is it? Pull out that pen and paper. There's magic in that pen, right? Get off the keyboard, do the pen and paper, and write it down. What is it? You can also do it with your AI if you use ChatGPT or you use Claude, Manus, whatever, and you can ask it. Ask me the 7 whys. Why am I feeling like I'm scared of breaking? What does break mean? Make me curious. Ask me questions so that I can become curious on myself. This is a really good exercise to do. And right now you can just speak into your AI and the AI will kind of make it into a script for you to highlight what is it that I'm actually saying. Most people are not very conscious of what the words they are saying are. You can say things and then you can do the complete opposite. That is what we call mismatch, right? When you mismatch, you do not say one thing and then do it. You will say one thing and maybe you don't do it, or you will say a thing and then you will do another thing. You are not consistent in what you are saying and what you are doing. And this will create, not if, This will create huge problems and issues in your life. Because if you work with kids, animals, pets, people, relationships, work, if you are an employee or whether you're the boss or you're a solopreneur, doesn't matter. Every time you say one thing and do another, people don't respond to you correctly because they don't know, can I trust this person? You say this and you can say it with great conviction, right? You speak about health and then you went outside to smoke and you also had a Danish on the way out. And this might not be conscious that this is something that you do. It can simply be that you're not aware of it, that you speak about respect and you speak about being a better person, and then you have a Danish and a cigarette in a soda, right? This is mismatch. You say one thing and you demand respect for it, but you actually don't do what you say. And that creates the mismatch. When we move into, let's say we become aware of this is something that you do perhaps right now and you want to do differently. You want to have this awareness. Well, you pull out your AI, you start asking the questions, you start to be curious, and then reframe it back to yourself. I want to control everything because then I have the outcome. I know what is going to happen. This can look like when you are with your kids. You tell the kid what to do, but you don't actually do it yourself. This is something that creates distrust. That's just it. And let me just highlight that for you as well. You cannot demand respect. Respect is something that you earn. So it's not something that you're just going to get respect because you demand it. And when you do that with kids or you do that with employees or with your animals, you will not just get it because you will get what you send out. If you have a kid and you tell the kid, I want you to do this, I want you to go outside and play in the sun because when I was a kid, we were never inside with the screens, okay? And then your kid goes outside and you go to the couch with your screen and you just sit and scroll all day. Can you see how this is a total bomber for you as a parent? Because you do not lead by example. This is a classic thing to incorporate in your life. Ask yourself, do I lead by example or do I try to control the outcome by telling others what to do but I don't actually do it myself? That's control issues. And good thing is to get rid of that. Get rid of that control, start to lead by example. You can say to yourself, if I think it's such a good idea to get outside in the sun, maybe I should go and do that myself, right? Maybe I should get the benefits because playing as a kid, it doesn't quite fill the container that I'm in today, right? Just know that is one issue. If you work with animals, they don't understand the words that you speak. They understand your body language and they also get your energy, your intention. Which leads me to the next part, which is if you pity somebody, if you pity your dog, because your dog fell on the kitchen tiles because they were wet and now the dog won't go through the kitchen because he is afraid that he's gonna fall again. And that happened to the dog one time and you said to it, oh my God, did that just happen? So you pity the dog and now the dog thinks that what just happened was very bad and very sad. And you pitied him. And now he will not have that experience again because this was obviously a very bad and sad thing that happened. So now he will not try and do it again because you had an emotional reaction to what just happened to the dog. You showed him what just happened to him. You could have also said, whoopsie, get up, good old boy. That is what happens when the floor is wet. Let me just remember for the next time to wipe the floor first before letting in the dog, whatever. The way your intention when you are not able to regulate properly and you tell the animal what just happened or the child. You can also say to a child, whoop, get up again. You got this, no worries. This will happen, okay? And of course, I'm not saying there's a difference, right? Between pity someone and showing affection and love and care. If your dog is you can of course comfort him, but comfort and pity are two different things. Let me just caps lock this in, right? This is not about not showing love. Two different things, right? Let's take it further. When you have children and you pity them because you're basically scared of them getting hurt, you try and control the environment. And every time you control the environment that the kid is in, because you're so scared that the child is going to be hurt. And I know that if my child is going to do this, is going to be the worst thing ever. But you don't know that. A child will fall and get up. If you pity the child every time he falls, you are not building resistance in that child. You are not teaching the child, well, that is what happens, kid. Of course you will fall. But all toddlers will fall. But eventually we all walk, right? My point being that if you pity your child when learning something, now this is basic skills, right? Walking can be a basic skills, but it can also be, let's say, if you want to ride horses, right? You want to have a horse and you buy your kid a pony, and the kid is going to ride this horse and learn how to do that. But secretly, you are so scared that kid is going to be hurt or injured or worse. So instead of letting that kid be in an environment where he or she can learn, you are trying to control that every time the kid goes, oh, that scared me. The horse is on the aisle and I want to brush him. And now he will not stand still. And that kind of worries me a little, Mom. Can you help me out? And the mom is, okay, I can't fix it. But you know what? Let me just do it instead. I'll do it, and then you can have the horse when he's calm. That's not a learning process. That is you doing the thing that your kid has to learn because you, out of fear and control, are not willing to let the child and the horse work through the process. And of course, if you have a child that is small, it's never a child's job to educate a horse. Period. It's your adult responsibility. What can that look like? You can get a trainer. How do you get a good trainer? You look at different methods. You see what is the basics. What do I need to learn? Do I have the skills and the knowledge to do that? But you know what? You can pay all the money in the world for a good trainer. But if you are not willing to let go of your control, you will never get there. Your child is being punished for your control issues. And also the very scary part here is that because you are so worried and you want to control the child, you are never ever letting the child learn from he or her mistakes. Which means if you don't think your kid can be in a position to learn something. And of course, like I said, a child is never responsible for animals' education. That is yours. But there can be lesser things when it comes to animal. You can throw a ball. But if you don't think that your child is in a position or is able to throw this ball or brush the horse because you're afraid, you lack trust in your child. You don't think that your child can be a part of this learning process. And that can create anxiety in a child or in an animal that you basically don't trust that this animal, this child can evolve or can learn through a process, because you want to control everything and because you are scared that my child is going to die. Well, you know what? When you give birth to a child and you as a mother basically don't believe that the child can live in this world, well, guess what? The child don't think he or she can live in this world. That creates anxiety. And then they can go and lie in their room, disconnected, in the child's area of the house, and you will be in the adult area of the house with a screen, because now you know where they are. When you lack trust in your child, and of course, like I said, you should set the framing, the safest framing you can when you work with animals. It's like riding a bike. Is your kid gonna fall on the bike? Well, probably, right? Probably they will. Yeah, so what? You can pamper the child, you can pity the child, but you know what? If you keep pity the child when he falls over on his bike, he's not gonna wanna ride the bike. Mom, can you drive me? Sure, of course, honey, I can. I have 1,000,000,000,000,000 things to do, but of course I'll do anything for you because, oh my God, God forbid that you should ride your bike yourself, because that's dangerous. Seriously. Just know that when you, as a grown-up, are not able to regulate what you see and you pity whatever relationship you have in your life, that is not good. There's a way for you to know. And awareness, consciousness is the first step to getting there and looking at, okay, this is something that I do. Like I said, you can spend all the money, but if you're not willing to do the work, if you are not willing to give the process a try because you know better, well, just know that small periods of time with big traumas or control issues, it's going to take time. That's a process. Create space for yourself. Perhaps when getting a trainer, that will be something pushing on your money wound. Okay, so I'm paying for a mentor to help me, but that mentor is so expensive and I don't have the money because groceries went up and inflation and my houses and all the things. Just know that when you look at that solution, you know this mentor is something that you need, but you have the excuses to not do it. It's because it's pushing on a money wound you have. It's a state of lack. Or it can also be a thing for you where you basically don't think that you can do it. Your parent did the same to you. They basically didn't think that you could do it. So even though you got all the educations, all the paperwork, all the nice Cinderella picture adventure in your life, but it's still not it. No, because you built everything from a state of lack. When you are lacking in yourself, when you are searching and seeking validation outside yourself, you will never be fulfilled. You will never feel aligned. You will never feel like things can go well for you. So even though that you push and you try and you pay that mentor, you still have the fear of your kid getting hurt with a horse. You will never be fulfilled because no matter the issue, is it at work, kids, spouse, house, horses, doesn't matter. It's always you. What is it? Is it a state of lack? Is it basically that you don't think that you can train that horse and therefore you don't think that your kid can train that horse? And now you want to control it out of fear and scarcity and lack? And now you're calling it, well, it's because it's too expensive. Is it now? What's the most expensive thing to do? Is it to stay where you are? Or is it to own and claim, okay, this is an issue for me, how can I move forward? What do I need to get me from where I am to where I want to be, right? Of course, this is something that I help my clients with, to get that clarity in your life. What is the main issue that you are struggling with? Why are you struggling with it? Just putting words to the feelings that you are having right now. Why is it that every time you see a horse that is sweating in training, you think, oh my God? Because what I see when I'm training my horses, I never see pity, but I always give them a high five. Right now, I do a lot of lope training, and that is something that when you do that, of course you will sweat. I'm on a fitness journey myself. I'm very active in my everyday life. I walk a lot in the forest. I also ride a lot in the forest, but also in my arena. I go to the fitness as well. When I'm on the cross trainer and my personal trainer comes up to me after 30 minutes and I'm sweating, and he will say, "Oh, get off. Oh my God, Annamiah, you are red in the face. I think you are sweating. Get off the cross trainer." What? Would a personal trainer ever say that to a client? I mean, he would get sacked immediately, because that is growth for you, right? When you are working on your cardiovascular system, when you're working on your fitness and your health, well, you might sweat. So what? It's a part of the process. Like when loping a horse, he will sweat. And so what? Right? Give him a high five. My trainer give me a high five. Thank you. It's a mindset as well, isn't it? What is it that you see, and why is it when a horse is sweating, or if a kid is tired in the legs from riding the bicycle? And so what? It's a good thing, because every time we kind of earn a place on the team, we get a high five for doing it. You can do this. Instead of, "Oh my God, are you sweating? Get off." Can you see how this is two different perspectives, two completely different mindsets on the same situation? So why is it right now? This is the question for you to finish off with for today. Why is it that you see lack, scarcity, pity? Why? Why is that? I hope this was an episode for you. Like and subscribe. It means the world to a new podcast. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time.